Welcome back to my podcast. Thank you for such a beautiful journey so far. It has been absolutely amazing. I love you. I appreciate it. Keep showing up for yourself, okay? Keep showing up and being your best self for you and then your children. So be proud of the journey you've started so far. This is episode 8, no, episode 9 by now. So you've been showing up 9 episodes in and you're doing amazing. So give yourself a pat on your back that you are proud and standing strong in what you believe and trying to make a big difference in your child's life. So I'm proud of you. So keep going. I'm going to continue to show up. So make sure you continue to show up. All right? All right. Now let's dive in. This episode is all about just a hug. Just a hug. I never knew how much a hug can truly change your life. I read this book called The Whole Brain Child, and I learned a lot about the brain development and what children need. And it really dawned on me like what I need to be doing with my children, especially my son who's 11 now. He struggled a lot. He gets stuck in fight or flight, and we all get stuck in fight or flight, but we don't know how to get out. So as parents, it's our job and our duty to figure out how we need to get out of that. But then in return, we need to teach our children how to get out of it as well. Now, once I learned this, I've been implementing these steps and it hasn't been easy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy, but it has been worth it. And the more and more I do it, the more I see a big difference in my sweet son. He's showing up, he's doing great things, and I'm praying about all the things, right? I'm praying about, Lord, I know this is the right step. I know that it's gonna be a great outcome. I know that it's gonna be good. And not saying where he is now and where I want him to be. I'm talking about where he's gonna be already, where I gotta get him to, right? Speaking everything out. Now, let's go into what I was speaking about just a hug, right? I started doing this intentionally with my children. Give them a hug. When I see that they're down, they seem like they got a lot on their mind. I'm like, hey, can I give you a hug? Can I give you a hug? Sometimes they reject it and they tell me no, they don't want to be bothered. So I respect that. I just say, okay, well, whenever you feel like you're ready, I'm here for you. Let me give you that hug. Now, when you give somebody a hug, it releases a lot of stress out the body. I mean, it's just like an instant, like, oh, God, I needed that. It shows so much love and just, I can't even put into words how much it's needed. It's needed. That's the way God designed our bodies, right? You have to make sure that you're physically being touched. Some people's love language is physical touch. I talked about this on the last episode about love languages. Make sure you go learn one of those. And one of those is physical touch. For me, I have to have hugs. That's how I feel loved. And sometimes me as an adult, I reject it as well. I'm like, no, I'm good. But let me share you let me share the beauty of this. So I began to start implementing this on my children, right? It's beautiful. They start to see that I'm doing it often. And I'm like, hey, can I give you a hug? Or hey, you didn't give me a hug today. Let me give you a hug. Like, let me take some of that off you. Then I may see a little bit of pressure. I may see a little stress. And so I try to make sure I'm being very observative of their behavior and what they're going through or what they say. So you have to be very, very intentional about the things they say. And we have to be very, very intentional about not taking things personal. That's super important. We as parents have that so bad, you guys, so bad. And we have to learn how to separate the two. Their emotions and ours. We have to learn how to separate those two. Okay, we really do. Because they don't mean to upset us or be rude to us. They have a lot of things going on with them too. Even though we look and say, man, you don't got no problems. Like, you're a kid. Like, I'm the one who got problems. I got to pay bills. I got to do this. I got to do that. And, you're not really worried about anything else. Like, what? But for the most part, excuse me, for the most part, you just have to learn how to just step back. Okay. So, all the kids, I'm doing all this, right? Got 6 of them. I'm like if I see them down, I give them a hug. Sometimes I give them a hug and they don't have to be down. I'm just making sure that I show that affection to let them know that I love them, right? Now, let me tell you something beautiful. One day I was in the kitchen, and I talked about this in my last episode about crying. I'm in the kitchen crying because I'm just kind of overwhelmed with the house being junky. You know, I've asked the kids multiple times to clean up. They haven't done it yet. So, like, I'm just in my feelings. It's time of the month. Everything makes me cry. Now, I'm crying. And on two occasions, my three occasions, like, it's a lot of occasions, but this one particular one, I was like just bawling in the kitchen. Tears are just rolling from my face. And Haven's like, Mom, do you need a hug? I'm like, no, I don't, but thank you. She says, Mama, you do need a hug. I can see it. So I was like, you know what? Sure. Just so she can be quiet and get out the space. Mind you, this is like, it's been opposite, right? So I've done the same thing to her. So she's implementing the examples that I put in place and she's using them on me. So I'm like, sure, guys. She gives me a hug and I instantly feel so good. I'm still crying, but I'm feeling better at this point. Because I'm like, in this moment, I'm like, it works. So these things that I'm doing, I'm implementing in my parenting, even when I feel like it's not working, it is. Have you gave your child a hug? Have you asked them if they need a hug? Sometimes we as parents, we take things so personal. We say our kids don't care nothing about us. I gotta disagree. They do. This just showed me, well, that moment and multiple others showed me that when I have those thoughts in my mind that my kids don't care nothing about me, it's moments like that to remind me that they do. But we have to lead by example, right? Like we have to lead. We have to make those decisions. We have to make those choices. We have to pray. We have to give a hug. We have to give a kiss. Let them know we love them. Whatever that love language is for them, we have to make sure we show up as that. And then in return, they're able to do it for us. Now, I y'all know that when you come here in this space with me, I am as real as it's gonna get. I'm really raw about what I say. Parenting makeover is not really about the kids. It's really about you. It's really about you. You have to learn how to reparent your brain. I'm sorry, reframe your brain. You have to reprogram it. We're programmed a certain type of way, and we have to learn how to redo it, you guys. It's about us. The kids don't know nothing. They never been here before. But when you get knowledge and you learn it, then you tweak it and I'm gonna be I'm gonna be real with you. I snapped on my kids a couple days ago. So I'm not perfect, you guys. I talk about this. I'm really raw about the conversations I have with you guys, but I'm not perfect and I'm not trying to be. I'm here to simply just share the tools and the knowledge that I've learned and I've applied in my parenting life to show you that you can do it too. Even if you cannot afford to go to a therapist or go to counseling, I am here to show you that you can do it. You can do it, you guys. Don't think that, oh, I can't afford to go see a therapist or a counselor because I don't have enough money and then you're drowning in your parenting. That's why I'm here. This is what God sent me on a mission to do, you guys, is to share information to help you as much as I can. Now, I'm not trying to completely heal everything, right? Because it takes some time. It takes a lot of building. It doesn't happen overnight, but I can give you simple tools and steps to take in your parenting to try to get it right. And to know that you are not by yourself when you have doubt. You're not by yourself. You can do it. Continue to keep showing up. And I mentioned this a couple of episodes back about having a conversation with your children. Say, hey, I need to talk to everybody. We call them FMs in our house, which is family meetings. We call them FMs. Say, hey, we need to have an FM in our home. I want to let everybody know that I am on a journey to learn how to parent you guys better. I realized that I haven't been doing the best job. I've been showing up, but I've noticed that I've been slacking. I've noticed, excuse me, your behavior, and I realized that it starts with me. I have to change first in order for you to change. And once you express that to your children, they have so much respect for you because they're like, okay, so they're not trying to be perfect. So I don't have to be perfect. That's correct. That's correct. So one thing I want you to do once you leave this podcast is go hug your children. Let them know that you love them, that you will forever be here for them, and you love them through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because sometimes children think that they have to be perfect for you to love them. You got to let them know that you love them through their mistakes. Because none of that ever changes. But they need to hear it. And when you walk away from that hug, or actually in between that, like in the process of the hug, pray for them and say, God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for covering us and being with us in this space. We appreciate you. And I just want to ask you to continue to be with us as we grow our relationship, to be better, to be one, and cast out any distractions, cast out any disconnection that was trying to be created or that is present. We cast all that away, and we are going to become one, and we're going to work together because that's what it takes. It takes working together. You cannot do it by yourself. Now, I love you. They love you. Go give them a hug. I'll give you a virtual hug. Know that I am here for you, sister. And I am here for you, Father. If there's any men out here listening to this, you can do it. It applies the same way. If you're a man or if you're a woman, it applies the same way. Now go give your baby a hug so that they can feel the love. All right, peace out. See y'all on the next episode and enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you. And I'm praying for all of you. I pray for you all the time, for everybody that shows up to be in this space. And I'm praying for all your parenting throughout your years. Not only am I praying for your parenting right now, I'm praying for your children. And if they ever become a parent, and I'm praying for them and all the next generations to come, you guys. I got you, okay? I got you. Please like, comment, and share, and continue to share with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Catch y'all in the next episode.